Have you ever cried the blood tears? Oh, hold on, my snot's all from fucking snot. You could say I'm on the sauce or whatever you would like, but I'm not. But I am going to have to face the face, every face. If I had my own brush that I cannot find, and not these other fucking lesser brushes, the hair could be brought to order in the way I find acceptable. I don't like moving about with the head in the way that I've been able to comb. I don't feel happy about it. I had to face my day. But what's going on? I'm sure some smarter than me may be aware of some of the things I am not aware of. But then again, if you've made it this far, I appreciate you. I don't know. As an experiencer of certain things that I know people don't want to have, I have a bit of understanding of what it is to get the feeling I got. And the magnitude, dude. As somebody who's never been physically hit holding apples, like, why do you have holding apples? Shut up, I'll tell you. I hold apples. Okay? Why? I'll get to that. You want to get hit by a train, hold whatever you want and see. For me, this experiment is a thought experiment, all right? Then I'm going to go there. Let me blow my nose and compose myself before my better friends start weighing in on my sobriety or whatever the fuck. I like to crosstalk. It's good. It's creative. Some of you I might think is too, well, I guess if you paint a picture for me, I'm going to believe it no matter what. I have an inherent foolishness that I revert back to when you knock all the bullshit of the higher mind's fluff out. Why? Well, let's look at this. Let's have a look. Let me tell you why I think this is. How much altitude of your thinking does it get on the earth? How high can you go flying up? Okay, you fly high up. Do you take then the dive that gets you through the water alive into the deep, where the feelings are so deep ocean? You're not in the mind, you're in the feeling body. You have this experience? I've had it. What are you doing up there? Diving. Why? I can tell you, I've never dived myself. Some of it, I went to the fucking learn to swim school when I could swim, so I don't fucking really know what to say. There was some of that, jump off the thing, and yeah. Do a flip, don't, try to land, whatever. Then didn't want to be doing too much of that. It seemed dangerous, because it is. But in some other state, where thinking is the air, the mind can be a flying. And the ocean is your feeling body. I have perfected, continued, never fucking really shared, and went a fucking certain direction in my madness this way, where I had done this dive into when the emotions hit you. Well, see, look, maybe other people do other things. I hadn't found anybody doing what I'm doing, or done, or whatever. Nobody's doing none of that. Okay, that's one thing. So, don't get upset about that. I just thought it odd, you know. When you see people that are fighters, you say, hey, that guy's on the juice. There's certain things that allude to that. You see people that get on like Adderall, something. You know, you see something like that. Do you know what they're not doing with Adderall? Anything in their emotions. Normally. Not ever. No. Maybe they're trying to do some school stuff. Maybe it helps them fucking put puzzle. I don't fucking know. No one have I heard ever say that when the emotional state wears off, or the feeling fucking little bit of anxiety, all that fucking gotta wake up and do stuff wears off, so does your shield for your emotions. They hit you hard. Like a lady, maybe you could think that. This guy does some other shit. I dive in. I am aware of it more than normal. Too much normal. Way too much going on that I'm not involved with, but I know this occurs. I know what to do. I am spreading my wings and making moves, although you see my human body. I'm doing this again and again and again. And whether or not there's fucking people that are diving and doing fucking like, whether or not you've got a fucking wild cave bear man like Liver King, beta male wrong in every way. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're jacked. But your fight that you're fighting, whatever you're doing is wrong. And you done wrong. And that's not the way to do it. I'm sorry, you could probably whoop my ass, but you're a bitch in the way you do that. I'm sorry. I didn't want to find this out. This disturbed me too. In a man's walk in the world, there are things he can do that until a man becomes a man. I'm not the best man. I could be a better man. But you're going to find me as a man in the areas. The mark of man is in his shit. People were discussing this earlier. It was like, you can pay a lady off if you've got too many ladies and your experiences too many women. You can pay them off, they'll shut up, this and that. A woman can't do that. Miss Harris, she can't shut up Montel Williams, because Montel Williams used to be fucking her. They were the couple. You can't do that with a man. I know what they're talking about. I listened to this and intently. This is relevant. Very relevant. The lady that can't answer there. Look, I don't know what my shit's doing because I just found my phone was disabled. Had to enable it again. And the people that are saying, oh, hack, this and that, are the same people doing to me this. So in a way, you would think you have a situation called work. I've got a situation called funny business in some sort of way that it's always been there. Since I was a little kid, there's been some fucking effort of Georgia to do some shit to me in a weird fucking way, and I've never been fucking freer than or better than at my awareness of it. I remember there being some way to fucking go to Georgia, to Texas. I'm telling it now. I don't know how. I don't know if it was some secret train symbol. I remember coming out of something, like coming out of a fucking portal thing. Randal Carlson somehow involved. I don't know what the Masons are doing. I'll tell you what the Masons do. They have a church next to all their temples. In Georgia, they have a lot of them. Maybe there's a lot of Masons. I'm not going to say I expressly have any feelings about the Masons. I know their basic thing. With my spirituality, it would not be proper to make the agreements that I would have to do to be a Mason. In fact, I don't need to say anything bad about that. They have their ways. I can't agree to those agreements. I think to do what I'm doing, it would fuck up my dive. I'm sorry. Who are you diving for? Oh. I'm not so sure. I know who not. But it's okay. Because you get a feeling thing going on. There's more involved in that. Once you're in that water, what is going on, my friend? Most of us would not make it. Not in the shallows. In the deep, No way. You don't know what's in them waters. I'm not talking about the ocean of the earth. I'm talking about the ocean of the mind. I don't really know what to say about it. I can tell you, though, whatever path had brought me to this path was a lot of whatever I'm already about. Whoever I was, the spirit that incarnated in here has picked the body to be this that's doing it, and it's obviously involved. I can't fucking stress that more than enough. That whatever these things are that have me able to do things that took me to 5 to undo, I know at 5, where's my dad? He's not there. Well, I got to get him there. That never fucking left. And I don't know what the fuck about 5 and dad was, except when it happened to my son. I was with him. Now I think, because when I talk about different things, I'm sort of like on the earth, I'm moving around looking, but I'm looking at the water, okay? Now, I just see now, I'm with mine. A lot of these last years, because I wanted to connect in a weird way. The broken connection is not just mine. I didn't lose my dad. There's more discovery. For lack of a better word, I am way more okay. Just realizing that I had this experience. So behind this other house that we lived at, and this is the time period, it's 2005. I'm never going to get away from what had happened, because what happened to me, it happened. It was an experience. Wasn't looking for it to happen, and it did. So behind this house where we lived, it's recently been, the ladies getting kicked out. They've got it fucked up. The trailer should be out of there at the time we were there, long ago. Behind this house, trailer, some woods, but you come to this part of the woods where there's a circle. Ain't nothing in that circle. It stands the fuck out. You know, like there's a fucking woods and then this circle of not trees, woods. I noticed it, okay? I don't know what I got going on. And guess why I noticed it? There's something there. Yeah, it's there. Now, I don't know how I get involved in shit like that, because I'm already, since I was a kid, in communication with these things. Now, I don't know any of them as a kid that is like this, because I'm a kid. Some of it would take some years, of course. I did have friends. They did know me. I do remember. They were not invisible people in the way that you think. I can't remember what they are, but I know I could see them at that time. I am starting to get some weird remembers that I'm not trying to recover, and they're happening anyway. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Type of shit. Really. For real. Like, what the fuck, dude? So, I get communicated with by something I perceive to be dead Indian. But older. Like, way older. And this guy, Indian, Cro-Magnon man, I call him, because he's old. The old dead Indians, maybe they're Cro-Magnon man. I don't know. Caveman, it's not going to work. That's not what he's doing. Communicates. How does it happen? Third eye, see this. You close your eyes, you can imagine something. You close your eyes, you can't. Some people can't. Some people real good imagine. Need a real good vision. I got vision. I can see. So I close my eyes and I can see. He closed my eyes. I can see. I see what he shows me. Now, this is sus to some degree because I see from the view of those who come from the water. He's like, 12,000 years ago, there's a volcano system that erupts in what you call San Marcos. There's truths. They're there. They are there. Lava domes. They used to be underwater. Shallow inland sea. We're on the beach. These volcanoes erupt. Now, this shit is going off. They're trying to show me this watch the volcano Mount Helen shit. There's a connection. I'm not so sure. I'm just looking at what I know to look. Something going on here, yeah. It's true. I don't know. So I see this. He's like, the beings that were in the lava, when the eruption occurs, the lava domes are underwater. They're dying. I see them. They're lava. They get hit with the ocean. Oopsies. I'm dying. It legit. You see it. They turn into some steam and mess. It comes up. He's like, they're going to try to occupy the bodies of my people, so I did what I could do to save them. I turned my people into trees. What the fuck? Over? Look, I ain't pushing shit. I ain't telling you, but what I seen this fucking occur. Now, I'm troubled that I'm seeing it from the view of them looking at him. You don't think that stood out? It does. I don't know what to make of it. I still don't. I'm looking at it still. Now, take a journey with me. Please. As someone who, when I go over with my mind and look at things, I have found some things are real clear. You want to go back in time? Okay, great. Dad tell you stories about a place, you've seen it the whole time as he's telling you. Yeah, that's one way. Now, fucking rend that veil. Try to see what it is, not what you think it is, not what the story version was. It's a different thing. Almost every time, completely different. Yeah, you saw it like this because you were... yeah, it's two different things. You can find this out, remote viewers. Hello. But what your mind does is already doing it, but it's what you can do with that. I want you to notice. Now, some things in the past were dark. They could become clear by looking and pointing in this awareness we call ourself and light, and it is. It is very good to take somebody back when you're with them, like your dad. It is time of dying-ish. Some of those memories, when he's there, you took him there. It got clear. It's not the imagination of, it's his real place. You can do it. It's badass. It's a great thing to do to somebody. Old people love this. I mean, you could see the benefit of something like this, obviously. This is useful, okay? It's not a fucking if, and, or what. It's a fact. I've seen it. I've experienced it. I know this is going on. I know we're humans that can do this shit, so I'm asking more of you to look on this. Because recently, I know a train a coming. I can hear it coming. We live close to the trains. Now maybe, and it's a big fucking what if maybe sort of thing. I had already heard about Asmongold's dad. But it's continuing to develop. I'm not sure what the fuck. I got a picture of a friend. I see him in the picture. He's young. He's got his dad. Yeah. Okay, so it's a picture of the past. I look at the picture. I see the boy. It's Asmon. I think about his mom. His mom's died. He's with his mom. It's my friend. What the fuck? This is new. Like, what the fuck over? Now, I don't even think I care on what maybe, do I think I'm being Decepticon? I don't think it's fucking about that, though. I don't think fucking trying to pick it apart is going to do a fucking bit of good. Like that. Because the dad and the boy, I recognize too much. I'm not saying they're the same. There's recognition that's stronger felt that none of the other fucking facts resolve. I'm not saying it's him. I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not trying to do that. This is why most people can't understand what the fuck I'm talking about if I'd let it go of the shit, because you can have this too. Your details of life are great. They're important for you. But a lot of times when you hear the let the ego go and all that shit, this is really what you're after. Okay? Can you get yourself out of the way and look at something? Is there something there? Yes or no? Motherfucker, douse with your bodies, people. There's no better fucking thing. Every move you can make, you can do it. You can. But a train a coming. And when this Asman, I like Asman. I listen to him a lot. And no, he wasn't there because he was with his dad was involved. As was mine, alive. In the process, at some stage of it, you can definitely see he's there and this is going on. The bond was there. This guy had the same bond. What happened? I bet you they were together when he was 5. I don't really know why 5. Was I my best self at 5 for my son? Well, you know what I didn't have before today? Whatever the fuck it took to that with my, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm trying to push through and get my son to connect, and he's not. And he's not going to take my dad's guitar, and he's not even going to talk to me anymore. I'm like, well, that's a real fucked up stance to take. A little more, if you offer something with love at the dying of your dad, that's a little strong of a fucking fucked up response. Kind of like weaponized or something like, yeah, this is slapping my dad's face too. And of course, I'm not going to be able to take that like that. There's something's not right there. It's not going to be right there. So I let that one loosely go. Now, I'm never going to not want to myself as dad to those kids that I have. All of them. Now, I am certainly sure, as my dad became aware, that the generation that he has made has way more capabilities than his. They'll come into a wrestle fight for dominance in a way. Men do this. Men are about, this is what man is. There comes a time, and none of these things had happened in the way. But I got into this position for my dad, and I got to do something wonderful. It sucks that he died. It was horrible. But let me tell you what doesn't suck. When this train hits me, and this guy tells me, and I know that this guy's dad has already died. Now, I'm very strangely at odds, or I don't know what to say, because it's not, no sooner does he say the words, I get hit with a train, I'm holding apples, they're gone. The train, like a real train, hits me, a real emotional body. Dude, what the fuck? Nothing like that have I ever felt in my life. I don't know what to say, guys. I've had some upsets. I've had a broken heart. This train is everybody shits on this train. Maybe it's gathering it all up as it goes. Look, I don't want to be involved in some stupid shit. But I do know that according to some strange new, I'd never heard it before, and I was like, what the fuck? Wow. Empaths will catalyze, not burn out, not lose faculties, fucking left field shit. He's like, Carl Jung studied his whole life and watched these empaths that dealt with narcissists, assholes, pricks, fuckfaces, dickheads, conniving, fucking, those fucking dark triad types. And they have a resistant factor of go to alcohol, change it into truth. He's like, they become masters at understanding the nuance, manipulations, every fucking way. Contrary to what you would think they would be doing. The willingness to avenge and revenge shit. No, they're not interested in that. That's a sign of the empath. You want to get some revenge? Somebody hurt you? Not a sign of an empath. I don't know. I check those boxes. I don't want to think something that's not right. I believe something now I think is on fucking track. Because if this occurs, what occurs, This is alchemical gold. He called it gold. He's like, this is psychological gold. These motherfuckers got nuggets out their ass. The change occurs. It happens in such a way. And look, on the earth, some people don't need to be emotional. Okay? I don't want to have the feeling I'm feeling of emotions. But what it does to my body, I'm sorry, it changes all of it. Transforms it from the inside out. There's nothing I can do about it. You got hit with a train, you're done. The emotional body is fucking wrecked the fucking hell. It'll reassemble with some apple parts, probably like a fucking mistake of like the fly type of quality. Notice there's no flies. Not so much a mistake. I got a little apple flavor now, bitches. Dude, etherealized, perhaps. The train a coming. But that one, I got on them tracks. They're close. I'm not saying nothing about getting on the track. But look, when the train force hits you and it's emotion, dude, get on the track. Take the whack. Or get the fuck back, Jack. There's not a question of if or not to those who are doing it. If you're going to do it, let it. Let it do what it's doing with you. And you'll see. You start to see things because you don't get your power from your mind. You're not a mind fucking person doing nothing. You're not mind over matter and shit. Tell me you're mind over matter and some shit. Fuck you. Your emotions are your power source. All your power, all your subconscious shit you're not aware of, it's all there in your subconscious power. And the human beings have this manifested body system plan where wired into each of our organs is the emotions. Each little one. Now, let me tell you what's not good for you. Doing it with the anger. Now, I have strategically and attempted to process into other shit what I know to be the lusty side, which I have too much, and the anger. Anger, put it in the fucking fire. Let's go. Buddy,